Senator Burston.
Thank you, Mr President. My question is to the Minister for Defence, Senator Payne. As you are aware, toxic chemicals used in firefighting foam have leaked from the Williamtown RAAF base at Saldash near Newcastle. The toxic chemicals have been found in water and fish, and they have leached into the soil. Residents have been told not to drink bore water or eat any fish or eggs produced in the contaminated area called the Red Zone. As well as Saltash, the Department of Defence is investigating 18 sites for contamination throughout Australia, including the Army Aviation Centre Oakey in Queensland. During the election campaign, the Prime Minister promised $55 million for blood testing and epidemiology studies in areas across the country adversely affected by firefighting foam contamination. Given the acute threat to residents, that is, the chemicals found at Saldash and Oakey have been linked with kidney cancer, testicular cancer, ulcerated colitis, thyroid disease, hypertension and medically diagnosed high cholesterol, when will the blood testing and epidemiology studies begin?
The Minister for Defence, Senator Payne.
Thank you very much, Mr President, and thanks Senator Burston very much for his first question in this place. I know that, if I'm not mistaken, also as a generally local resident, this is a matter of significant interest to him, as it is to many people in the broad Williamtown and Saltash community, Mr President. Senator Burston is correct when he says that the government has made a commitment in relation to both voluntary blood testing and the commencement of an epidemiological study. The arrangements for those are underway with the primary health networks in particular, because there needs to be a proper health-based framework through which they can take place with the support of general practitioners. But if individuals have already procured blood tests for their own purposes, then they will be reimbursed, Mr President. If they wish to do that now, then they will also be reimbursed. The development of the epidemiological study is being done largely directed by the Department of Health, as is entirely appropriate, and the reference points, the outlines for that are almost complete, Mr President. The Minister for Health is awaiting receipt of those. If individuals who participate in the blood testing process or who seek blood tests wish to voluntarily be part of such an epidemiological study, then that would of course be a matter for them. Nobody will be forced or compelled to do that. But in terms of the health information and the data that is available on the tracking of PFOS and PFOA or contaminant levels, this will be, if it is participated in by a good number of people in these key areas, this will be one of the leading health studies available in the world, Mr President. It will assist us in formulating policy, both in the context of a department such as Defence, which finds itself in this position, context of a department such as Health, and also the Environment Department. We're taking a whole-of-government approach
Minister.
to this matter.
The time for answering the question has expired. Senator Burston, supplementary question.
Does the Minister agree that because this toxic chemical contamination cannot be neutralised, the government should commence a buyback program of affected properties in the Red Zone so that residents can relocate to a safe environment? If so, when will the buyback begin?
Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr President. And this is a pressing issue for the residents, not just in Williamtown, but I would also acknowledge in Oakey in Queensland at the moment, because there have been some decisions taken by valuers, by financial institutions in relation to land values, taken in the context of perhaps the current heightened debate. But the government has been in the process of a very complex series of both environmental, ecological and human health assessments. Once the interim health reference values are established by that testing process, once the detailed environmental investigations are concluded and they are underway in both those areas, then we will be in a much better position, Mr President, to look at the legal implications in relation to land values. This is a very complex issue for those who live in these local areas. I've met with a number of them and I understand they're very, very serious concerns.
Thank you, Minister. The time for answering the question has expired. Senator Burston, final supplementary question.
No.